Welcome to 8.6's Math Moment. Today in 6th grade, students found and then used median. Median is the middle number, which we find that by putting the numbers in order from smallest to largest and then looking for the number that is in the center of that data. One of the key information that your students should know is it's the center, and it also is from smallest to largest. One connection your student might know is if you're driving on the highway, the median is in the middle, so you can always tell them that the median is in the center of the data, just like the median is in the center of the highway. All right, let's look at example number 1. All the boys in a Wednesday bowling league are listed in the table. Find the median number of strikes. So the first thing I'm going to look at is I'm going to look at my table, quickly read over it, and then I know I need to find the median, which means I need to put all of these boys' strikes, the number that they have, in order. So the very first thing I want to do is I want to look through my table and I see I've got 1. I'm going to go ahead and write that down and cross it off. Looking through my table, I see Joe has 2. Write that down, cross it off. Looking through again, I don't see any 3, so I don't write out 3s, but I do see I've got a 4 with Bobby, so I'm going to go ahead and write down 4. Looking at 5, I've got 1 5 for Tony and 1 5 for Danny. I'm going to go ahead and write those both down because there's 1 for Tony and 1 for Danny, therefore I've got 2 5s. Then I need to go ahead and look at my 6s. I've got Jeff with a 6 and John with a 6. Go ahead and mark those down. And then the last number I have is Davy, and he has 9. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boys, which means that I've got the right number of data points listed for my median. I always like to double check to make sure I haven't missed anything from my table as I was rewriting it from smallest to largest. Now there's a couple of options that students might do. A few students call this rainbow when they go over the top and connect the numbers. I've seen students do over the top and then under the bottom, rainbow and then deep sea diver. There's lots of things that your student might use to find median. Whatever they're doing, they're looking for that middle number, or sometimes in this case, there are 2 middle numbers, which are 5 and 5. Another strategy that we've seen is students just checking off, going back and forth, till they find those middle numbers. Now in this case, I've got 2 middle numbers. Now I've got a 5 and a 5, which we know if we take 5 plus 5, that's 10, divided by 2, because there's 2 middle numbers, that's still going to give me a median of 5. Now there are some cases in math where students may have numbers that might be 5 and 6. Again, they could add those numbers together, which would give me 11, and divide by 2, which would then give me an answer of 5.5. So there are some cases where your student might need to do a little extra math to figure out what the median is going to be if there are 2 numbers in the center. If there's an odd number of data, for example, if there's 1, 3, 6, and 7, and then 8, the students might have a very simple time just finding that 6 is the median. Remember that median is in the middle. Sometimes I have to do a little extra math to find that number in the center. All right, let's look at the next question. It says, did John have strikes above or below the median? Explain. Well, in this problem, the median was 5. I'm going to write that down. Now, John had 6. So was his number of strikes above or below the median? Well, I know that John had 6, which is 1 above the median. So in this case, John's score was slightly higher than the median of the entire group. If you have any questions about today's lesson, make sure you see your math teacher.